is going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 2 of our Horizon Baja series. Today, we're going to be driving the 2017 Ford Raptor with this really awesome Ken Block paint job. It's from his Gymkhana 10, I believe it was. The one in Dubai. So that's super awesome. This thing looks super badass. I was kind of thinking to go like a more Baja kind of look, but then I saw this up there, and I was like, oh, I gotta take this. It's super sick. So let's go ahead and get on any of these upgrades. We have an insane amount of room to play with, as this thing starts out at 636 PI, and we can go all the way up to 850. I'm going to go ahead and throw some stuff on here like this to make it just look more badass and more Baja-like. So we'll just go ahead and throw those two things on, and then let's go ahead and just hop on into this. So we're just going to go ahead and throw the rally tires on, give us some more grip. We're going to widen up these boys. And then let's put some power into this thing. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to max this thing out. It does come twin turbo stock, so I'm assuming that this is going to give us an insane... Yeah, that gives us a lot of power right there. We're just pushing a lot more horsepower than that other truck had. No, that's not what it was. What was it? The Ford, yeah, the Ford Ranger. That thing only had 500 and something horsepower. I don't remember exactly. And it was weighing in at 4,000 something pounds. So this thing's definitely a lot heavier, but this thing has a lot more power. So let's go ahead and throw the rally spring. Wait, those are the rally springs, right? Yeah, rally springs. Okay. It lowered the truck a little bit, so I was a little worried. Let's go ahead and throw the weight reduction in, but that thing makes this, it makes this thing weigh just as much, pretty much as the other one did. I think this thing actually might be lighter. Let's see if we can fit this roll cage on. We can. We're just going to throw it on just to stiffen up the chassis a little bit. And I do believe that we just put everything we could on. We did that. We did that. Don't want to swap the engine or anything. So let's just go ahead and put a little bit more power into this thing. And we might be able to hit right at 850. Kaboom. Let's see if we can squeeze anything else on. Maybe an intercooler. If I didn't already do that. No, I didn't. Maybe a flywheel. I don't remember if I did that. I did. Oil and cooling. Sometimes you can squeeze those on. No, we just can't squeeze those on. But anyway, we're ending this thing out with a lot more horsepower than the freaking Ranger. I keep forgetting the name of it. Whoops, I accidentally backed out. So let's go ahead and install these parts. We're ending with 813 horsepower and a whopping 4,200 pounds. That is a insane difference from the last truck. This thing, if I don't get a faster time with this truck, I am going to be extremely shocked. So let's go ahead and leave the garage, and let's go fast travel on over to the starting point, and we'll get this truck, we'll get her rolling. Man, this thing is just so mean. Man, listen to that. Alright, so let's whip this thing around. Get it lined up. Lined up a little bit better. Alright, that's about good. Alright, so we're starting this one in the rain. That kind of sucks. Hopefully it clears up. Hopefully we can just hit this full daytime and maybe not get some nighttime. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this started. So let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Definitely some wheel spin out of this thing. Flying up through the gears. Again, kind of short gears, but definitely longer than the last truck. This thing definitely feels a lot heavier. It's not heavier weight-wise, but it just feels a lot heavier. I think it's because the other truck had a lot shorter wheelbase than this thing did. Definitely can't throw this thing into the corners like I can with the other truck. I'd probably be able to later on when I get a little bit more used to this thing. But we're just freaking booking. We'll go down to 50 here. Not too many sexy crackles and pops when I'm hitting limiter in this truck, though. That kind of sucks. We get a little bit of a backfire there. All the way down to second gear. A little bit of air jump in the road. I don't think I've ever really built this thing before. I think when I have, I've engine swapped it. But this, I kind of like the sound of this thing. It's pretty rowdy too. Swinging a little bit wide, but keeping it right on track. Big jump. Woo! Alright, don't hit the bridge. Perfect. Sideways over the exit to the bridge. I can't speak. Ooh, just hitting that farm equipment, but just giving a nice little tap. We're coming to our first pavement section where we might be able to see what the top speed of this thing is. This thing's got some really rough gear changes. Oh, I forgot, it has the 7th gear. Definitely faster than the Ranger. 7th gear could use a little bit of a tuning. It is just a gas mileage gear as I accidentally shift down again. See what we can hit right before this corner. 154, I believe, is what we hit. Just slow down a little bit. Still going to keep it in 7th gear, though. And we have an 8th and a 9th. What the heck? Oh, I thought the entrance was there. I didn't look at my map for a second. So still in 7th gear, just kind of cruising over these jumps. We'll go down to 6 for the water splash. Now this thing's starting to shine. Once we're really opening up all this power and really getting it going, this is what this truck is meant for. So let's see the crazy air we get over this huge jump. Soaring way farther than the Ranger did. This thing is just incredible. So much fun to drive, too. Kind of sucks because I'm trying to get right in between 6th and 7th. And there's just such a gap with 7th gear. It really sucks. Slowing down, hopping on the pavement for just a short amount of time. Getting to the entrance to the next trail. This thing would be really fun rear-wheel drive swapped. I think it would definitely feel a lot less sluggish. We tap the brakes a little bit over that jump, make it a little bit softer landing. I think it would make it feel a lot less sluggish in the corners because this thing has a bit of understeer. I'm really just throwing it in full steering lock into the corner and just ripping the e-brake to get the back end around. I think that would really help rear-wheel drive, especially with 900 horsepower or whatever this truck had. Super fast sand section here. We'll get a little bit of interior action. Listen to those turbos spool. Alright. Hopping onto the pavement for another section here. All the way up into 7th gear. Got a nice little crackle right there when I shifted down. That sounded pretty good. As we're hitting one of my favorite jumps in this track. The one across the road. Again, getting the preload and a huge bounce, going a little wider on this corner. Another big drop off. Getting a nice backfire over that. And slowing down for the hairpin. All the way down to 1st gear. Crazy all-wheel drive drift around that corner. Thing's so sluggish around those long corners like that. I thought I was going to make that corner, kind of came out of nowhere. I was looking down at the RPMs and things like that, and I wasn't looking at the map. Almost missed the corner, but we're good. Let's see how it does over this section. This section normally makes a lot of cars pretty squirrely. But the weight and the long suspension on this thing just definitely just flies right over those bumps and jumps. Hopefully this thing doesn't struggle too much through this, although I feel like it will, just because it feels pretty sluggish. It does have the power to just pull out of these corners, but it's just so long, it's hard to get the thing turned around. Oh, that was a pretty nice little drift right there around that corner. Water splash into this. You need like a right in between second, third gear for that whole section there. The rain's definitely helping a little bit through this, getting it a little bit more slidey. It is still sprinkling just a little bit. It's definitely calmed down though. Going through a couple little water splashes. Into the second drift zone. Trying to keep this thing pretty calm and collected. Oop. Nice little Scandinavian flick right there. Coming up for another huge jump after this little water splash. Another nice backfire in the air. I am getting used to the truck a bit more now. We're just going for this little straight right up to the timber mill before we hop on my favorite trail. Just try and stay on the path a little bit. Probably could have stayed in fifth around that corner, but I wanted to swing closer to the road a little bit and not cut it too short. Big drifty corner here. Shifting this thing kind of like trash because it doesn't really have a rev limiter. It doesn't bounce limiter, I mean. It just kind of hits it and just stays. And so it's really hard to tell just audibly when I need to shift. A little bouncy. That jump was a little bit better. I really have to focus here. Definitely a lot easier through this section because I can still see. It's not pitch black like it was in the Ranger. I almost hit that tree. That was pretty close on my right side. A little squirrely through there. Hopefully this water will slow us down because I'm going way too hot. A little bit too much confidence going into that last corner. Couldn't quite get the truck turned around. Hopefully we can make it out of this section before it gets dark because the sun is going down right now. Look at that beautiful sunset over the lake. It's gorgeous. So we just hit the 10-minute mark. This thing is definitely going to smash the time of the Ranger. If it doesn't, I'll be very surprised. I can't really tell if this thing's faster or not. It's definitely faster on the straights and the big open areas. Although the Rangers seem to be handling these jumps and stuff a little bit, all these little bumps and things a little bit better. And it seemed like with the shorter gear ratios, it was pulling its power a lot more. This thing has just about double the power of the Ranger, but I think these gear ratios might have screwed it. So we're crossing this little bridge, just coming up to the end of this section. I'm getting to... No, this isn't the longest pavement. Not yet, not yet. Got a little bit ahead of myself. We're hopping on the road for just a short second before we hit the farm road. We'll brake just before and way too far. Man, the brakes in this thing suck. Alright, coming through this section. Definitely easier here also that I can see. It's not pitch black like last time. Really wish these gears were just a slight bit shorter. So again, I just need a perfect right in between second and third gear here. So let's see what this thing can hit right here. I believe the Ranger hit 130 or like 125 or so. That thing was pretty close. And not quite overshooting the corner like I did in the Ranger. So we're coming into the pavement for the longest straight. So it's really going to be the point where we're going to see what this thing can hit top speed-wise. Just pulling through these gears all the way up to 6th already. And up to 7th. Hill working with us a little bit, getting this thing all the way up to 155. 160 now. Looks like this is all it's got. Maybe with a little downhill, we might get a little bit more speed out of this thing. Looks like we got 163, I believe it was. So let's slow down and not overshoot this corner. We're hopping into the last dirt section. Coming right up where we started. I literally almost took that right again. It looks so much more like this trail than this trail does. Last couple big jumps. Looks like we'll just hit these full throttle 5th gear. Getting all the way up to 6th on this back straight. And we're going, and we are across the line. And this thing absolutely shatters the Ranger's time, 30 seconds faster. The Raptor finishing with a time of 13:45:02. Extremely fast. A lot faster than the other car. I'm, again, not quite sure if that's a great time or not, because the Ranger could have just had a really slow time. We'll just have to wait and see for other vehicles. If you do want to see a certain vehicle, let me know down in the comments down below. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, favorite, comment, subscribe, do whatever you feel like doing. I hope to see you guys in the next one. And as always, guys, I'm out.